Hello students of class 10th. Yes, in the previous video I have explained some of the questions of exercise 5.4 and today I am continue the same exercise and this is question number 24. As you see your book, it is given in the question that at an annual function of a school, each student gives gift to the other students. If the number of gifts is 1980, find the number of students. Now if you see this, let the number of students in the class be x, and as you know that if one student is giving gift to the other student, that will be he is not giving or she is not giving the gift to herself or himself. That it means that number of gifts given by each student will be x minus 1, because he or she is not including himself or herself. So this will be x minus 1 and the total number of gifts will be equal to x multiplied by x minus 1. And this x into x, our total number of gifts is already given in the question, that is 1980. So x multiplied by x minus 1 equals to 1980. If we open this bracket, we get x into x square minus x into 1, x minus 1980. Now this has come quadratic equation. This is quadratic equation and you all know how to solve the quadratic equation to get the value of x. So solve it yourself. Let's take another question. Question number 25. Just see the question, everybody. A bus covers a distance of 240 km at a uniform speed. Due to heavy rain, its speed gets reduced by 10 km per hour. And as such, it takes 2 hours longer to cover the total distance. Assuming the uniform speed of the bus to be x km per hour, form an equation and solve it to evaluate x. Now see over here, total distance is 240 km and as the question says, uniform speed of bus is x km per hour. So generally when the bus is going with the uniform speed, the time taken by the bus is by the formula time is equals to distance upon speed. So distance is 240 km and speed is x km per hour. Due to heavy rain, as the speed of bus is reduced by 10 km per hour, then the time taken by the bus is 240, that is distance is same, and the speed is x minus 10 km per hour. So T2 is equals to 240 upon x minus 10. Now the differential time, because if the speed of bus will be less, then it will take more time to cover the distance. So T2 minus T1 is equals to 240 upon x minus 10, which is the value of T2, minus T1. T1 is 240 upon x, so minus 240 upon x. Now the difference of these two time is equals to 2. Now we take the LCM of these two. LCM, if the denominator of two fractions are not same, then their product is the LCM, as you know that. Now this will be multiplied by 240, 240x minus 240 multiplied by x minus 10. This equals to 2. And then if we open this bracket, 240x is coming from here, minus 240 multiplied by x is 240x, minus into minus will become plus, and 240 multiplied by 10 is 2400, equals to this 2 multiplied by this x and x minus 10 over here. Now 240x minus 240x, because one is plus the other is minus, these two terms will be cancelled, and 2400 if taken with this term, then it will be 2x x minus 10 minus 2400 equals to 0. We will take this 2 common because 2400 is also divisible by 2. So we have taken this 2 common and we'll open this bracket. X into x will become x square and x into minus 10 minus 10x equals to 1200 equals to 0. And then this 2 will be removed, because if we take this 2 below this 0, it will be 0 only. Now x square minus 10x minus 1200 equals to 0 is form a quadratic equation, and you all know how to solve the quadratic equation. Solve it and get the value of x. which will be the uniform speed of bus.